What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be looking at these in-air accuracy changes. So if you didn't know, there was a bunch of in-air accuracy changes and there's actually a stat built into the game for it now. And depending on where you have that stat, you get a different level of in-air accuracy. Today I wanted to try to get close to the top. I couldn't quite get to 100, but I got right under that, which is not much different at all, except we get a little bit less aim assist. So let's go over what we have to kind of get up there. We'll go over each piece of gear that I have that's giving us a boost, how much it gives us and what the final number is, and then what that level gives us. So first of all, we have the Astrocyte, of course. So this is great for us Blink users. Astrocyte finally got something. I mean, hey, Bungie recognized that it actually exists, which means that they do know that Blink exists. So there is hope for us, even though Solar 3.0 just came out and no Blink. Not that I ever actually thought it would happen, but it was a fun joke for me. Gave me that little slice of hope I needed in life. But either way, Astrocyte Verse is going to give us 30 to our in-air accuracy stat. That's pretty good. That's a nice start. With 30, you are just one away from crossing into that second level. So that's a nice place to start. And you can see with this list of exotic armor that I have on screen right now, Astrocyte's pretty far up there. There's not too many pieces that are better than it. And hey, it's looking much better than Stompy's right now, isn't it? Now after that, we're going to come over here. So we're going to have our Frontier's Cry, and this is going to give us so many stats. So let's start off with the Frontier's Cry itself. That is going to give us 19 extra to our stat. That's pretty good. You can see on this list right here, there's a couple of legendary weapons that they outlined. I chose this gun because it was one of the highest on there, so the easiest to do this with, but it wasn't the highest, but I chose it for the next part. Right here we have the fact that it's precision frame hand cannon. Now precision frame hand cannons are going to get 25 in air accuracy boost from the precision frame. So that's the intrinsic stat boost that precision frames give now. They used to give you, I'm going to put it on screen right now, they used to just help out with your in air accuracy, but now they just give 25 to this stat, which is awesome. You have 34 coming out of just the hand cannon itself because of what the hand cannon is and the fact that it's a precision frame. And then last but not least, we have an Icarus Grip mod. Now Icarus Grip mod is going to give us 15 to our in-air accuracy stat. So that's pretty good. You take the 30 from Astrocyte, you take the 25 from the fact that it's a precision frame, the 19 from the Frontier's Cry, and the 15 from the Icarus Grip, and that's going to equal out to an 89 stat. Now that's pretty damn good. So I'm going to put the chart up on screen right now of our levels. So we're going to be in that second to last level. So we're going to have specialized investment. So that's 71 through 99. So that's going to give our character no airborne accuracy penalty, but it has a little slightly less aim assist. And if we could get to 100, which you actually can't get to 100, which you probably need something like, you know, Solar, Warlock, and to use Heat Rise and stuff, you could probably get there if you did that. But for us Blink users is what we're kind of focusing on today. So we can get to around 89, and you could probably get within that 71 to 99 range pretty comfortably with a lot of builds, if I'm being honest. But this is one we're going to try out today. You'll see in the gameplay, it was just some clips that I got and stuff. I'm going to just kind of talk about my experience over it. But, I mean, it's not bad, and I'll tell you, this is not the playstyle you want to ever use with Blink, but it's mostly not to show you a bunch of like crazy good plays I got, but it's to show you how this is going to perform if you have this level of this stat. This is how it's going to be. So let's throw into the gameplay while we keep talking. So kind of as I was saying earlier, don't expect to ever actually play Blink like this. The only reason I'm doing it is because I really wanted to test how good this is in midair. And I think most of the time you use it, you're just going to be doing a little jump and then you take a shot. But a lot of times you might be blinking straight up in the air and you do shots just like that. And I've seen with the hand cannon and actually shotguns that it does pretty good in air accuracy. I thought that the shotguns were going to be pretty bad, but I was surprised that a lot of times I was actually mapping people in midair. Even though I was barely pulling the shotgun out, I wasn't really trying to do that ever, but you can see like this, shot this guy right in the head and it goes right in the head. So when you're at this level of the in-air accuracy stat, the bullet goes exactly where you are aiming. And like it said, you're going to get less aim assist, so there's not going to be as much, you know, bullet magnetism or whatnot. The hitboxes won't be as forgiving. But if you shoot your straight shot, you're going to be completely fine. And that's what I really noticed. Even when hip firing, right there, it's not that bad. And of course, when I actually got on the ground, I was able to smack that guy. But you can see like in this clip, I throw this nade up here and I'm going to blink up and I take some pretty good shots on this guy and was able to hit that shot on him when he was still flying through the air, and so was I. And I think the best application of this is if somebody is in front of you, you're taking a gunfight with them, and they manage to get to really low health, but they get behind cover. I think what you want to do is kind of blink over them, float over them, whatever it may be, and then look down and take those shots at them to clean them up. And that's the best application of when you're going to use this and when this stat is going to come in the most handy. But you can see right here, I do map him with a shotgun before I even hit the ground. So I think that having a higher level of this stat is something you do want to look out for. I would recommend having the stat level right under this one or this one if you can manage it, because it really does make a big difference. Again, right here, I mapped this guy with a shotgun right before I touched the ground. I looked at it frame by frame. If you don't trust me, I was not on the ground before I shot that shot, so I was in midair, and it's just, you hit the head, it hits the head, and there's a lot of these where I'm just whipping my shots, but I wanted to show those too, just to show you the bullets go exactly where you are aiming. And just like right there, I hit a lot of bullets, and if I was a better in-air shot, I would have killed that guy. I hit this guy right there with a little hip fire shot, and then I do land before I hit him with the shotgun. I hit this guy in midair, and then I was able to land, hit him with a little melee, bump him up, and kill him. And that's a lot of it. Is you need to make sure also that you're not falling from too high, or you will kind of stagger yourself, so be careful of that. This guy was freaking lagging all over the place, I swear to God. But I was able to get some good shots on him midair, and like right here was a really good clip where I got two shots on him in midair, hit this guy with my melee, so he's way popped up, 2 more shots in midair, and I would have killed this guy when I blink on top of him here. That's what I mean. He gets behind cover, you blink over top of him, you hit him with that last shot, and he dies. Unfortunately, I barely whiffed that last shot, but that's what I mean, is that it is extremely accurate. So I like that a lot. I'm usually a very boots on the ground kind of player, but with this new stat change, you can definitely have times where you can get up and do some nice stuff in midair. Again, this is one of those times where this guy was kind of behind cover here, and to shoot him, I could either go around the corner and push up, or I can just blink up like this and take shots at him. You can see now he's 1 HP. I blink in, I'm gonna get that last shot. Somebody else managed to get it, but that's what I mean. Those securing scenarios is, I think, where this stat comes in the most handy. You can get aggressive with it like this. I would not recommend that, especially in competitive play, something like Trials of Osiris. Don't do that. You can see I'm just blinking up in the air just because I strictly wanted to test this today. I was not playing seriously at all. I was ramming my head into the wall match after match for probably about 3 hours, just trying to get some good clips so I could show it off to you guys how good it is. You can see right here, I do some hip fires, and I hit 2 hip fires in a row while in midair there. So again, it's very, very accurate. So if you're thinking, is this something I can rely on, and you want to know that, you can definitely rely on this. And I would 100% recommend speccing into it a little bit. I hope they release, I think maybe it's next season, they said they were actually going to add this stat to the stat pages for weapons and whatnot, and your actual stat page, and show you so you can actually see where you are on this stat levels. And that's something I'm very excited for, because I'd love to know what my stat level is without having to go through and see, okay, which gun am I using? And obviously I'm going to have the Astrosight on if I'm in PvP. I'm a Blink player, that's what I do. But what is this and this and this add up to? You can just be able to see it just like you could with your mobility or your recovery, something like a regular stat. So I don't really understand why they didn't ship that all together. It doesn't quite make complete sense to me. The only thing I can really understand is maybe they wanted to get the stat out there and get it affecting the game and let players kind of fiddle around with it a little bit before they really settled stats for all the guns and whatnot, and then they hard push it into the game. And that I could understand, but I am kind of frustrated because I would like that stat to just be obvious, invisible, and apparent. But it's not, and all you can really do is look at what you have on the 12s and whatnot, see what your exotics do, and try to get yourself a good stat roll. You can see right here I blink, and I'm able to map that guy around on the head. My teammate finishes the kill up for me. So again, I think I'll probably try to put a little more importance on getting better with my in-air play. Maybe that's another aspect I should learn to do and get better with. But all that said, if you guys enjoyed, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more in the future. I have so many videos coming out with all this new stuff that we just got added to the game, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. But until then, have a great day, Guardians.